In a world where peace should triumph, an unthinkable act of violence has shattered the tranquility. A brutal and savage attack has struck the heart of Moscow, turning an evening of music and camaraderie into a scene of unthinkable horror. A concert hall, brimming with life and melody, was targeted in an act of terror that has left the world in shock. 40 lives were abruptly extinguished, their stories cut short by this horrendous act of violence. Close to 100 others were injured, their lives forever marked by this horrifying event. This violent act wasn't just an attack on the concertgoers, but a shocking strike against peace and humanity. The concert hall, once a symbol of joy and unity, has been transformed into a grim reminder of the terror that unfolded within its walls. The echoes of the music have been replaced by the haunting silence of the aftermath. The shock and fear that this sudden and violent act has caused is palpable, reverberating across the globe. A night of music and joy turned into a horrifying ordeal, a nightmare no one could have prepared for. In the aftermath of the chaos, a chilling claim of responsibility emerged. The group known as ISIS-K, the Islamic State's branch in Afghanistan, stepped forward to claim this horrifying act of violence. This revelation was no surprise to U.S. officials, who, in the days following the attack, confirmed the connection between the terrorist group and the tragedy in Moscow. This attack didn't arise out of the blue. There were previous intelligence reports indicating ISIS-K's plans to target Moscow. The magnitude of the attack is staggering, marking it as the largest terror attack in central Russia since the devastating Domodedovo airport bombing back in 2011. This is no isolated incident, but a part of a larger, more sinister plan, a piece of a puzzle that paints a terrifying picture, a claim of responsibility that sends chills down our spines, a stark reminder of the unseen enemy among us. Behind every act of terror, there lies a twisted motivation. Beneath the surface of this horrifying attack, we find ISIS-K's motivations deeply rooted in their accusations against the Kremlin. These accusations charge the Kremlin with alleged interventions in Muslim regions, a point of contention that has sparked a dangerous flame. Afghanistan, Chechnya, and Syria, these regions have been the backdrop of a complex geopolitical theater where power, religion, and ideology intertwine. It's within this intricate web that ISIS-K has found their cause. They perceive the Kremlin's actions as an intrusion into these Muslim lands, a violation of their sovereignty and faith. This perceived violation has been manipulated and twisted by ISIS-K into a call to arms, a justification for their violent acts. It's a narrative that paints them as the defenders of these regions, fighting against what they view as an oppressive force. But let's be clear here. This is not a defense of the innocent, nor a fight for freedom. This is a toxic stew of grievances and ideology, fueling a horrifying act of violence. In the wake of terror, the world watches and responds. The attack triggered an immediate response from Russian law enforcement, with the Russian Rosguardia rushing to the scene. Their swift intervention underlines the gravity of the situation and the urgency of their mission: to protect and serve. The Russian Culture Ministry, in a move to prioritize public safety, made the difficult decision to cancel upcoming mass and entertainment events. This action, albeit disappointing for many, underlines the importance of public safety in these trying times. Meanwhile, Russia's investigative committee, the main federal investigating authority in Russia, has opened a criminal probe into the incident. Their task, to bring the perpetrators to justice and to ensure that all those responsible for this horrific act are held accountable. As we reflect on these immediate responses, we see a nation and a world united in the face of adversity, fighting back against those who seek to disrupt our peace and security. As the world grapples with this horrifying incident, one thing is clear: the fight against terror is far from over,